Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week has been pure pain in FPL and I'm hating this game. So have a look at my team with me. Do subscribe if you'd like. It would really help boost my mood and enthusiasm for a game that I'm so terrible at this season. It started off so well, but let's have a look at my team and the mistakes I made this week. Right, I made some transfers last week. 2 transfers which not paid off yet, but let's give it some time. I transferred out Ben Mee, which is going to come as a shock to a lot of you. He is my favourite player. In fact, I went to the Brentford game and I picked up his shirt, which I'm delighted about and I love it. So that is my new prized possession. But I did transfer him out, so this was a nice tribute to him. And I brought in Henry instead, saving some money. And then I also took out João Pedro because I was concerned about his minutes, and I brought in Wissa. I am feeling optimistic about Brentford despite them not having the best game. Well, they did all right, but Wissa had no involvement, so I'm not feeling that thrilled about it. But hopefully this will be a transfer that will pay off in the long term. And Pedro didn't do anything either, so we won't beat ourselves up. We are fine. We've made the transfers, and maybe I should have rolled one, but here we are. Looking at the team, the first disappointment of the week. Who saw Onana conceding to Forest twice? I did not. I really thought we were going to have maybe conceding 1 goal, but making quite a few saves. Apparently not. We have got 0 points to Onana, so that's a fantastic start, especially when we consider that Turner was on my bench, made I think 7 saves and got 3 points. But it's fine. Then coming into the defence, not much more to say, is there? Brighton got absolutely battered by West Ham, so no chance of a clean sheet from Estepinian. Saliba, nothing. Arsenal conceded 2 goals to Fulham. Chilwell, we are looking brighter on this one. Kept a clean sheet. I was expecting some attacking returns for the Luton fixture, but I will take the clean sheet and run with it. I am happy. 6 points in total. Very, very nice. The midfield, Martinelli is getting the chop from my team this week because I'm just bored. 2 points in total. Rashford, very welcome. 2 assists this game. So hopefully Rashford is getting into a bit of a stride. He's going to start getting those returns. I'm glad that I didn't double up on the whole Rashford-Fernandes thing, but hats off to you if you held on to Fernandes, because I know he managed to get some points this week as well, so well done. It was good to be patient. And Saka, he managed to get the penalty. He is obviously back on pens, which is good to see. I don't know whether there is going to be some rotation with that, but so far so good. It's made me less enthusiastic about bringing in Ødegaard to have that coverage. I'm hoping Saka is just on them, and it may be like a bit of a fluke if Ødegaard ends up taking them. But he got the penalty, he scored, and he also got 1 bonus point, so that gave me 8 points. And then Eze, as I touched on, I went to the Brentford game. I went to the Brentford game and I saw Eze in the flesh. He is amazing. Watching him on TV doesn't do him justice. Everything. He pulls the team together. But the issue with that is the opposition can just look and say, well, if we mark Eze, we're going to win this game. So there was so much emphasis on stopping Eze in his tracks. The minute he got the ball, honestly, he was the other side of the pitch. It was so impressive. I'm very surprised he didn't manage to get a return. But only 2 points from Eze. And I think he can't do everything for Palace. He can't carry the team. And it's going to be really, really hard for him to actually end up scoring and being a good fantasy football asset. So he is one, I think, I'm going to keep my team because it's not an immediate fire to put out. And they have got Wolves at home this game week, so potentially could play him. But so far, he's been such a flop this season, and it's really disappointing because there were so many good 6.5 million midfield options. And I went for Eze. I had faith in him. Like I said, very good player, just doesn't translate into FPL. So very disappointing. And then my front 3, my game week was going terribly, and I thought, well, at least I've captained Haaland. And then he missed a penalty. So you can imagine what a good mood I was in on Sunday. But he did get a goal, so we got 8 points in total. Haaland, so far this season, I was happy with him in the opening game week. Now I'm really relying on him to save my team, and it's not happening. So hopefully next game week we're going to see a hat-trick or something. Ollie Watkins is just ticking along nicely. He got an assist. That's not really too much to rave about. I'm sad that the hat-trick didn't come in a Premier League game. But still, I'm quite happy with him. And he's got a good run of fixtures. I could really have him probably for the next 8 weeks, I think. So Ollie Watkins, again, it's quite a lot of money. Maybe could bring someone else in. But quite happy with him for now. And then Wissa, only 2 points. But he is a longer term pick, so I'm not going to be too harsh on him. And then the pain, the absolute pain. I don't even want to talk about this. It's really put me in a bad mood. Touched on Turner. Matty Cash, 17 points on my bench. I don't know what to say. If you watched, I'm so angry. If you watched my last team selection video, you will see Matty Cash was there in the starting 11. I've had to re-record because I got too vexed. But Matty Cash, 17 points on my bench. Have I woken up in the night thinking about this? Yes, I have. It's so embarrassing. If you watch back on my last team selection, he was in my starting 11. Why did I bench him? I don't know. It was a stupid idea. I played Eze instead and I'm fuming about it. I actually watched the game on Sunday with FPL Family, and Lee said in their live stream that I coped really well with it. I'll put in a clip here.
Yelena was so lovely today because if I'd have had Matty Cash on my bench and I'd missed out on 17, 18 points, I would have stormed out of wherever I was and gone and had a cry in the corner, and it would have ruined my whole weekend. But she was so lovely, and she was put on such a brave face, and you could tell inside she was like, "Oh my god!"
Particularly when she got Morgan Gibbs-White sat next to him on the bench.
Oh jeez, unbelievable!
Bless her heart.
Unbelievable.
The truth is, I didn't. Afterwards, I was raging. I'm still not over it. I think I need the new game week. On a side note, though, and a little bit more interesting, bit of trivia for you. Did you know that FPL Family grow courgettes? They gave me one. So this really did ease the pain of Matty Cash getting 17 points on the bench. At this point, showing my Ben Me top this, I'm just going to start making a channel of what I buy that's football related. But Matty Cash, really, really, really annoying. I mean, amazing work from him. 2 goals. Very impressive. At least he's on my team. I guess that's a silver lining. But yeah, I'm really annoyed. Let's move on. Henry, nothing. Oh, Gibbs White. Okay. I forgot about this. This was my Saturday annoyance. Gibbs White blanks in a home game against Sheffield United. And then he gets 2 assists against Manchester United. Make that make sense. I did not see that coming. He was last on my bench. Thought it was going to be a very safe bench option. Apparently not. I don't know anything about FPL anymore. This bench is disgusting. So let's talk about my transfer options instead. The first transfer option I am considering is Maddison. This won't come as a surprise to you if you have watched my previous videos. The plan was to bring him in for Gameweek 3, but I didn't because I thought he was an injury risk, and I ended up using 2 free transfers on players that hopefully will pay off. But anyway, Maddison is 7.7 million. He is currently 17.5% owned, so it's definitely creeping up. He's had 2 price rises. His points per match are 7.3, which is really good going and a lot higher than some of my midfielders who I won't name. The next couple of fixtures are Burnley away, Sheffield at home, Arsenal away, Liverpool at home and Luton away. Whilst the Arsenal games and the Liverpool games may be quite difficult, I still don't think the defence is fully solid, and I can imagine Maddison maybe getting a goal in. As I've said before, everything goes through him. He's on set pieces. I think he's a really, really decent asset to have. So far this season, he got 2 assists against Brentford. He got the clean sheet point against Man United. I think he was unlucky not to get more. And then he also got a goal against Bournemouth. So again, he's one of those players that is ticking along really nicely. I think he's going to be vital, to be honest, in most teams, and one of those real long-term picks that you can rely on. But then we have also got to consider Sterling. So he's slightly cheaper at 7.1 million. He's averaging 7.7 points per match, and his ownership's lower at 10.4%. So that's giving him a bit of an edge. Upcoming fixtures, Forest at home, Bournemouth away, Villa at home, Fulham away, and then Burnley away. So a bit of a mix, but pretty decent. And I think this is a time that Chelsea needs to build up their confidence. And the next couple of fixtures are the perfect opportunity for that, particularly the Forest and Bournemouth game. I can see them definitely getting some goals in. My concern with Sterling is, so I actually spoke about him on a recent stream with Ellie, and I also texted her saying that I was thinking of bringing him in as a punt, but I wasn't confident enough to do so. I'm just going to put this courgette down, sorry, it's weighing on my arm. Yes, the old classic, I wasn't brave enough to do it, and then he goes and gets 19 points, so maybe start listening to your instinct, your gut instinct, Yelena. That is what I need to teach myself. But he really impressed me against West Ham in the first game. One of the reasons that I was put off bringing him in was they just fell apart in the second half and there was nothing. You could say that Sterling got quite unlucky, but I don't know. There's something about Chelsea, and it's because I'm a fan and I'm overly critical of them, but I don't know if we're fully there yet. And whilst we performed really well in the Luton fixture, and obviously Sterling getting 19 points, absolutely incredible, great asset to have, well done if you brought him in. It was against Luton. So I don't know whether, and again, it's me being very harsh as a fan, I don't know whether we just had a really easy fixture and we were able to kind of overperform maybe. So that's one to think of, and I think Maddison may be a little bit safer over Sterling, but then Sterling is explosive, as we have just seen, and this could carry on for the next couple of fixtures. The other pro with Sterling is there's no rotation risk, and because Chelsea didn't make Europe, sadly, but I think us not making Europe is probably a blessing in disguise, because now we can really focus on getting in the top 10 this season, because last season went so well. And he's also played the full 90 in the last 2 matches, which is good going. So he is definitely nailed on for minutes and he'll be starting. If we compare the two, there's not that much in it. So Sterling's XG per 90 is 0.29, Maddison's is slightly higher at 0.45. Expected assists per 90, Sterling's at 0.18 and Maddison's is higher at 0.58. I think Maddison's gotten 2 assists and 1 goal so far this season, but like I said, he is very much ticking along, whereas Sterling is one of those ones that just suddenly appears in a game week and overshadows everyone. And then Maddison's expected goal involvement per 90 is a lot higher at 1.03 compared to Sterling's 0.47. So I think Maddison probably edges it for me, whilst I think they're both really good assets to have, and I would absolutely love to have. If I had 2 free transfers, I would definitely be making way. I'd probably take out Martinelli and Rashford, bringing Sterling and Maddison. I think Sterling's also quite a fun pick, and as a Chelsea fan, that's one of those ones that would just give back so much if he does well for my team, and then Chelsea are also doing well. But I think Maddison for me just edges it. So this is what my team will look like if I bring in Maddison this game week. I'll still have Nana in goal. There's not really that much in it. We've got Nana or Turner against Chelsea. I think I'm going to hedge my bets with Nana. And then fast forward to another blank from him next week. And then I'm going to keep hold of Estepinian. I am hoping for some attacking returns against Newcastle. I definitely see Brighton conceding, especially following their performance last game week. And then I'm going to start Henry, my Ben Mee replacement. Bournemouth at home seems like a really good fixture for Brentford. Chilwell, have to have him in there for Forest at home. Again, hoping for those attacking returns and potentially a clean sheet. But the way Taiwo's going, and probably Gibbs White at this rate, especially as he's on my bench, he'll probably end up getting a hat-trick. But we're having Chilwell in there. Come on, Yelena, be positive. And then I'm going to bring in Maddison for Martinelli. Keeping hold of Rashford. They've got Arsenal away, but I am really hoping that Rashford and Fernandes are finding their feet and they're going to get those attacking returns again. Eze, I have him in the starting lineup. My biggest fear with Eze is that the week I bench him is the week that he goes off. So this is just complete fear. I am actually quite tempted to play Matty Cash. I know they've got Liverpool away, but after he got 2 goals in a game week, who knows what to expect. And if he outscores Eze again, I'm retiring. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciated your time. And then we've got Saka against Manchester United. Got Watkins, Liverpool away. If I can get Watkins to just keep on ticking along, getting assists, potentially a couple of goals, it would be a really welcome asset to have because my team is falling apart. We've got Wissa, Bournemouth at home. I am hoping so much that this transfer pays off. I'm really excited to have him in my team. I was such a big fan of Tony and he was one of my favourite FPL assets last season. So I'm trying to replace that now with Wissa. Please, everyone, pray that he gets a hat-trick. It will be delightful. I'm trying to manifest a lot of hat-tricks from a lot of players, but chances are they'll all be on my bench anyway. And then Haaland against Fulham at home. We are going for the captaincy again. Hopefully this will pay off. Fulham aren't looking very strong and it's a home game and we know what Haaland is like when he performs at home. So fingers crossed we are in for a much better game week. It would be great if I can improve my rank, get a green arrow, because we started off so strongly, 128k in the first game week, and it's just fallen apart since. So do let me know in the comments what you think I should do with my team. Do be nice. Be careful with your benching suggestions because I will hold it against you forever. If you suggest someone that then ends up hauling. But who saw, I will stop talking about Matty Cash, but who saw him getting 2 goals in, anyway, I'll end this video. Please do subscribe if you have made it this far and support the channel. I'm going to start doing live streams at some point. Oh, I can't speak. I'm going to start doing live streams at some point very soon, which I'm really excited for because I can't wait to interact with all of you and it will just be really fun having a back and forth. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget you can also follow me on TikTok and on Instagram and where else? On Twitter. All of the links are in the description below. I've posted some behind the scenes footage on Instagram from when I went to the Brentford game and there will also be a matchday vlog over on my Twitter. So no, there won't. There will be a matchday vlog over on my TikTok, so do check that out. And I will see you in the next video, hopefully smiling because I have a massive green arrow.